Have you wondered what diet is best for you? If I tell you that you can eat whatever you like and still be healthy, do you want to know how? Look, I don't usually read books about health, nutrition, or diet. I found their views about nutrition and health are biased. To be honest, most of their advice is identical. It's like they copy each other's words. Recently, I came across the book The Future of Nutrition by Dr. Colin Campbell by chance. By the way, I like it so much, so I bought myself a copy. I was surprised that I had finished the whole book in a week, so I decided to do this video to share my thoughts and comments. If we haven't met before, my name is Delphine. I am Wannaji Qigong coach. I share unique and critical thinking about health and wealth in my Taboo Talk series. So what incentivized me to complete Dr. Campbell's book? It was that he bravely questioned the authorities that he had been professionally working for the past 50 plus years. Just name a few organizations he criticized in his book. The American Heart Association, AHA, the World Health Organization, WHO, the United States Department of Agriculture, USDA, the National Institute of Health, NIH, the National Dairy Council, NDC, and so on. He explained in his book how those organizations have contributed to the flawed nutritional science and misguided dietary guidelines. He named those nutritional scientists reductionists. I totally agree with him. I think it's brilliant to call them reductionists because that's exactly what they see nutrition and health from a very divided and limited perspective. Basically, they like to break down complex systems into individual parts so they can study them more closely. But as it turns out, this approach is often biased and leads to false conclusions. First off, these scientists like to study individual nutrients or components of food in isolation, rather than looking at the effects of whole foods or dietary patterns. That's like trying to understand the taste of a cake by only eating the flour. You are missing out on all the other ingredients that make it tasty. Secondly, these reductionist scientists may overlook important interactions between nutrients and other components of food that affect how they are absorbed and used by the body. Lastly, these scientists can be influenced by industry interests that fund research that supports their products or promotes a reductionist understanding of nutrition that favors their products over others. For that, I highly compliment Dr. Campbell's book because it challenged mainstream reductionist idea of nutrition and health. I don't question any of his scientific data. They all make sense in his context of scientific research. However, I also find limitations in his study and understanding in relation to food and life. It's not his fault. The Western world has little idea how the component of life plays the role in food digestion and absorption. Actually, that's the most critical component. If you like my unique and inspiring view about health, please like, subscribe, and share with others. I appreciate it. So in his book, he brings this whole food, plant-based diet idea. But I say this idea has also limitations. Don't get me wrong. In fact, the large portion of food I cook for my family is vegetables, legumes, and whole grains. They are for sure whole food and plant-based. Another much smaller portion takes about 5% up to 20% is meat and eggs combined. But according to Dr. Campbell's study, people who consume animal protein and dairy products daily are prone to develop cancer, diabetes, heart stroke, and other chronic diseases. However, from my grandparents to my parents to our family, none of us have those health problems. If you think it's because of a gene, I will give you another example. Given the same food to a family, they share the same genes and have the same diet every day. But why do some family members have very good health and some have different health issues? It's because each individual's life functions are different in efficiency. Your life energy determines how effective your system runs, not necessarily the food you eat. Dr. Campbell's study and research only look at food but never consider the most important factor, the eater. So I can partially agree with him. In order to make his statement accurate, I will add a condition. That is, if your digestion and metabolism are less optimal, you are more likely to have cancers, heart disease, diabetes, and all other chronic diseases when your diet has a big portion of animal protein and dairy regularly. So how to tell if your digestion and metabolism are efficient or not? If you gain weight easily and feel tired or sleepy after eating, your digestion and metabolism must not function well. That's usually the case when you age. People who have an efficient digestion and metabolism system usually have a better overall health in cardiovascular, urinary, reproduction, and so on. Qigong is the practice of enhancing your life energy, qi. When you have abundant life energy, you will have a robust immune system and metabolism, so you can enjoy whatever proper food you like. From another perspective, when you simply enjoy the proper food without worrying about whether it is healthy or whether it will cause diseases, any food will supplement your life energy. In other words, even healthy food can become toxic if your eating state is not right. So what is the right state of eating and how to develop such a state? I will share it in future video. So if you can get this one point from today's video, you should stop struggling about what to eat and what not to eat from now on. They are proper food. They are healthy. So what is the proper food? Food that cooks fresh is proper. All machine-processed foods are not proper food, even if they are plant-based. Why? Because processed foods are processed by machine. The process stripped away not only the most nutrients, but the life energy, qi in food. Don't even bother looking at their nutrition label. It means nothing. Their nutrition has no life and therefore no value, period. In my next video, I will talk about how to properly eat so that you can extract all the nutrients and life energy from the proper food. Don't forget to check out this video about why drinking cold will hurt your digestive and metabolism system, and this video about the trendy nutritional supplement scheme. My name is Delphine. I'm your Onenergy Qigong coach. Download Onenergy Qigong app and follow my guide to start working on your life energy. Link in the description below. I will see you in my next video.